I'm Pastor Steve, and I want to talk to you for just a minute about how to understand and how to see or witness for yourself the resurrection of Jesus Christ this Easter time. I'm going to start off with a story that is in John's Gospel, chapter 20, verse 24, where after the disciples have had the news that he has risen from the dead, about a week later, Jesus appears to the disciples in the upper room. He appears specifically to Thomas, who we know of as Doubting Thomas, and he shows Thomas the wounds of the crucifixion. And with that, we're witnessing the body of Christ risen from the dead, but he still has the wounds. And that caught my attention and made me think that as he was brought back, rather than being in a supernatural or spiritual body, he was still in his physical body. And that's where I came to see Jesus risen from the dead physically. And then I put that together with a lot of other sources and descriptions that I found in other places, right on up to the older Jesus ben Ananias, who Josephus emphasizes, puts a lot of attention on right at the destruction of Jerusalem when the Romans came and sieged the city in 70 CE. And I've also brought together the very, very end of John's Gospel, where John, after all the various appearances that John captures in his Gospel, he says, you know, there were very many other things that Jesus said and did, and if they were all written down, I suppose the world would not contain the books that would be written. In other words, a testimony that this physical Jesus in a physical body endured for some years after the events that we celebrate at Easter time. I realize that's very controversial, but I also believe that it helps us understand the core truths of what was happening physically at that time. Now, the next tape I do, the next little video that I'm going to record, is going to be about the supernatural experience of Jesus. So stay tuned for that one.